Hello, this is Joe Pryor, the virtual real estate team in Oklahoma that we service both the Oklahoma City metro area and the Tulsa metro area. And I've got a lot of savvy investors. I've got a lot of investors that are pretty, upper incomes and buy multiple houses. They love the Oklahoma City and Tulsa market because they want to keep coming back when things are successful. You don't come back if they're not successful, but they always ask me, how do I make a decision in terms of what you're recommending? Because if I have a builder and they have 50 or 100 homes that I can look at, how do I differentiate between those two? Now, one of the ways that I do that is a return on investment analysis. And I mentioned a little about that in the last video. And it's simply this. I get the information from the builder. Okay, this is the square footage. This is when it's going to close because that can affect rental rates. I get the rental rates, I get the insurance rates, homeowners, HOA dues, anything and everything that's there. All right, so I put that into this Excel spreadsheet. And I've been taught to do this. I've been taught 25 years ago how to do this. So, or actually longer than that. So I know how to put the numbers in. Now, what numbers you put in are critical. They need to be accurate numbers. First of all, we know that purchase price is going to be accurate. You need to analyze what the closing costs are going to be. What is it going to cost me, besides my down payment, to close on this house? All right, then the monthly rental rate, and then the monthly, what's the annualized insurance rate? What's the annualized taxes on this? What's the homeowner's insurance? What's the property management fee? What's the HOA fee, the homeowner's dues? And then there's a couple other things that are absolutely critical. And I see realtors leave this out to make the numbers look really good. But two things you've got to put into an analysis is number one, vacancy. There is no home that's 100% vacancy rate or 100% occupancy rate over, say, a 7-year period of time. So it varies. I've seen, like in the Oklahoma City and Tulsa market, about 3% is normal. First rental is always the hardest. After that, it's much easier. And a lot of times there's very little gap, if any. So I analyze that. And then also I analyze maintenance. If it's new construction, then you've got warranties. And so for the first 5 to 7 years, it's gonna be fairly low. Now, if it's an existing home that's 20 years old, obviously it's going to be much higher. And so we have to adjust the numbers there. So we put all this into the mix. Now, the next thing that we do is we analyze your price. So in other words, I've had builders that, say they've got some excess inventory and they need to sell it, and they give us a $20,000 discount. And once those are gone, it goes back up there and they sell. So in other words, it's $240,000 and what your purchase price is, but they're now selling for $260 because that special is off. Then that's what we do. We put the value in at $260. Then at that point, we do a few other things. What is the selling cost going to be if you sell in 7 years? What's your tax bracket? What's the state income tax if you do only anything on that? And we have to put those numbers in there. And then we do a savings rate. And normally it's pretty conservative. Like for instance, there's Chase is paying 4.4% right now on a savings rate, but 2%. Let's say you put your positive cash flow into the savings rate. Then we come up with capitalization rate, cash on cash, what we call what the equity build is per year, and what the internal rate of return is. Now, I'm going to do one more video, and I'm going to explain those terms so I can back to back with this so that you understand it. If we get double digits, an annualized return, we know we have a good investment. So that is how that's done. In the next video, I'm going to explain what those terms mean.